Once again, hi everybody. I'm Dennis Dumler with 38 Television, and welcome to Seahawks Avenue. And alongside me, the head football coach, athletic director here at South Walton High School, David Barron. It's never easy, is it, with you guys? I tell you what a game the other night. And one good thing is, I guess it's officially football weather now.
Yeah, football weather came rolling in, did it not? The wind was tough. I'm telling you, it was really tough. But that was a good game, and we got 3 more good ones left.
It didn't surprise you, I know, because your opponent, Jay, had played some pretty good ball coming into this. But overall, what was your sense as the game progressed? Were you satisfied with the way the Seahawks hung in there? Because, you know, a 12-7 victory is nice. A victory of any kind is nice. But there were some moments that you just didn't look in sync.
Well, we weren't in sync. I was really disappointed, you know, and talked to our kids this morning about, you know, our offense has been pretty anemic here the last couple of weeks, and we've shot ourselves in the foot and did it Friday night a couple of times. You know, we had crucial mistakes just in times when you didn't need to do it. Dennis had a touchdown call back because one of our backs was just being lazy and leaning instead of sitting still.
That was late, too.
That was late.
Yeah.
That you know, touchdown right there would have broke the game open from being so tight. I'm not surprised one drop at the way Jay played, because Jay has always been a very sound football team, and Jay always plays very hard in games. And you know, they have what, 3 losses now, yeah. And but they're you know, they're a good football team. They've lost some games really close.
You guys had a couple of efforts that really had to give you great feeling, because the week before we talked about Brian Adams and the run that he made at Freeport. His run late in the game really was a key.
Well, that was a touchdown. That was a winning touchdown right there, it turned out to be, and it was a heck of a run. He broke some tackles in the line of scrimmage and, you know, the second level, and then just outran everybody. I was standing by Dr. Tenholder, our orthopedic, and you know, he's got Brian in an MCL brace, yeah. And he made the comment after, he said, well, I don't know if he needs that brace anymore. So that was a welcome relief to see that play break like that, and there was a lot of individual effort on Brian's part to make it go.
There were some good defensive plays, too, and I mean, the line played well, stopping a couple of times in key situations, but there was one at the end of the game, especially on 4th down. That goes back to you and your coaching staff being very well prepared for the play that Benny Spencer came up and made.
Yeah, you know, we had worked on that. You know, Chris Jock had turned in 2 huge interceptions down in the red zone that really helped us out. And Benny, we'd been on him pretty hard because we were in man coverage out there on the corner, and you know, 2 different times he let them hit big passes on him because he was just not playing good man technique. But we had practiced that play, you know, and rehearsed it. We saw it coming. They hadn't actually played it, but we'd seen that quarterback coming out the back, you know. And Wednesday in practice, I was down there with the linemen. Coach Tease and them were doing their pass scale up on the other end. And I heard everybody just go, oh! And, I mean, everything stopped. And I looked, and Tease was laying on his back. He was playing scout team quarterback, yeah. And went rolling out the back. And Benny, you know, wasn't paying any attention to who was running or anything. He was just going for the ball, and they had one more collision. You know, the first thing hit the ground was back of Tease's head, and that's exactly what happened to their quarterback Friday night. I mean, their kid went staggering off. He really got a lick laid to him. Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, after the game, we've talked about a couple of the names. We talked to 3 players who had key roles played this past week in this victory.
Brian, for the 2nd week in a row, an outstanding run, but this one, game winner. Man, that was quite an effort.
Yeah, thanks. I just got to give credit to my O-line. You know, they blocked really well, and our other running backs are blocking really well, too.
How's the knee? How you doing down this stretch run coming in?
You know, it doesn't really affect me a whole lot going straight ahead, so on these runs up the middle, I'm feeling pretty good.
We knew it was going to be a tough game. These guys played hard, but you guys reached down deep at the end, didn't you?
Yeah, Jay's a good football team. It took a good team effort to pull it out.
Okay, down the stretch, you can't look too far ahead, but it's just 1 week at a time, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Brian, again, thanks a lot. Defensive battle all the way. The other night, you and I were at a function, and you were complaining that I hadn't interviewed you. You gave me something to interview you about tonight. Great effort on defense tonight.
Thank you. don't know what to say. No question.
It was a defensive effort, but tell me about the play in the interior of the line there.
Pretty much, we knew that they'd be running a lot of midline stuff, like inside the A-gap, so he had us pinching a lot. And then that one great series we had down there, of course, we didn't score. I don't know why. But he had us do a switch thing, which worked out in our favor because they were trying to run an option outside.
Yeah. What's your thinking now down the stretch? You still got some tough games ahead, but you can't look any further than the next game.
Pretty much, we just got to win out the rest. Like, if we want a chance to get back to Freeport or even a chance to win district champion, we have to win out the rest of the games. There could be a shootout, or we can just see them in the playoffs. Either way, we got to try and get in the playoffs. That's what we're looking for right now.
It's good to be home in front of the home crowd and everything, and you got that for the rest of the season.
Yes, sir, it is. It's great. Feels great. A little cold, but it feels great.
Defensive battle all the way, but maybe the biggest play of the night, the big hit on their fourth down.
Yes, sir. I've been struggling all night, but we practiced that play, and I actually knocked my coach out during practice on that same play.
I was going to ask you about that. You knew what was coming. You had seen that. You were well prepared for it.
Yes, sir, I was. That was the play I was going to actually make a hit on. So.
Okay. You gave up the one touchdown on defense. It was a battle both ways. I mean, this was a tremendous game.
It was a good game. I'm proud of us. We came out, pulled it out. Hopefully we get Sneeds next week.
We talk about taking it one game at a time, and that's the only way you guys can approach it.
Yes, sir. That's how we do it every time, one at a time.
Good to be in front of the home crowd all the time, though.
It is. I love it. All home games coming up, so no more away games, thankfully.
Mom, I'm glad you could join us for dinner. Hey, no texting at the dinner table.
Not texting, Dad. Just checking my account at Community Bank Destin.
You bank from your cell phone? I just been doing online banking.
You bank online, Mom?
That's not even the best part, Grandma. What about having no ATM fees anywhere?
So when can I open my account at Community Bank Destin?
As soon as you finish your vegetables.
Community Bank Destin, like no other bank you know.
Welcome back with David Barron. I'm Dennis Stumler, 38 Television, and you know, this is a big one again coming up this week. You were telling me this could be the season.
I would say there's a 99% chance of a win Friday night putting us in, a loss Friday night putting us out of the playoffs. The math, I mean, there's still a weird mathematical chance depending on wins and losses by both us and Sneeds after we meet Friday night. But the way the schedules, we've got just them and Vernon left on our district schedule. Sneeds has 3 left. I think they've got to play Bozeman next week, and then seems like it's it's Northview next week, Bozeman, and then maybe Holmes County still left to play. They've got 3 district games left. But a win this week puts us in. Mathematically, if we lost to Vernon, we'd only have 2 losses. Sneeds would have 2 losses if they won out. And then it goes to head-to-head competition to determine, you know, who goes. And that head-to-head is going to be very important.
You know, once again, the crowd was out there last Friday night to support you. We hope that you'll tune in or turn out is what I'm trying to say. Turn out to the stadium because playing here at home really, really makes a big difference, I know.
Oh, it's great to be at home. You know, you don't...
Fans calling for tickets right now.
Right. Well, I don't know if we've gotten that far yet, but we had a great crowd Friday night. I noticed there was a little student section up there that we'd never had before, and they were very vocal. They were heard, and that was awesome.
We've got shots of that.
Yeah, and, you know, we've never had that before. But here again, we're right in the thick of making playoffs, and, you know, winning brings people, and you can't ask for any better excitement than what people are seeing in this district win, I don't believe.
It's a great way to spend your Friday night. 7 o'clock is kickoff this coming Friday against what we hope will be a playoff clinching game against Sneeds.
That's exactly what it'll be, Dennis, and we need everybody out this Friday night.
Hope to see you there. Hope to see you right here, though, again next week. For Coach David Barron, once again, I'm Dennis Stumler. You have a good one.